to the April 6th episode of Beacon Web News. I'm Nicole Lemire. President Burge has stated that MCLA is working on an initiative with the Massachusetts Department of Housing and Community Development. This proposal would use available rooms in Berkshire Towers to house up to 50 families temporarily. The Berkshire Towers will not be accessible for student accommodations during the upcoming school year. Ramadan, the Islamic holy month, started on March 23rd. Ramadan is the 9th month of the Islamic calendar, and it corresponds to significant holidays and events for Muslims. Participants will be unable to consume or eat from sunrise to sunset for 30 days. Best wishes to our Muslim students who will be taking part in the tradition. MCLA has just announced a new program to set course in 2024, which is nursing. BWN reporter Sarah Tomczyk gets exclusive information about the upcoming nursing program.
A nursing major was just added to MCLA. The program will be starting in 2024, but the school has been preparing for a while for this program. The nursing program has been in the works since 2017. Dr. Justin Golub, chair of the biology program, has been helping since the start. Dr. Beth Facilla, who previously worked for Elms College in UMass, joined last February as the Associate Dean of Nursing. The nursing program will be starting next fall semester. Dr. Golub explains what it will be like as a first semester nursing student.
So next semester, students coming in would be in the pre-nursing phase of the pre-nursing program, in which they would take courses that are not in the nursing area specifically, but it would be a lot of the prerequisites and the background courses like Intro to Bio, Intro to Chem.
After students finish all their prerequisites, they will be able to apply to the actual nursing program. Dr. Fizella elaborates more on that transition.
At the end of their freshman year, though, here, they can apply to the nursing program. Decisions will be made at the end of their freshman year in May. And we will look at grades, but also they'll get a letter of recommendation from a faculty member and also write a personal statement about why they would like to be a nurse.
When students are accepted in the program, they must go to clinicals along with going to class. Dr. Facilla shares where these clinicals and classes will take place.
We'll be using Berkshire Health Systems primarily, including a lot of the local nursing homes, especially the first semester when they're just learning some basic nursing care. And then, of course, our beautiful sim lab here.
Dr. Golub describes how the nursing program got its funding.
So most of everything in here was actually from Berkshire Health Systems. They gave us a substantial amount of money to help because they want to be a partner in this program. But through a variety of grants, state grants, skills development, the Massachusetts Skills Development Program, we've obtained a fair number of grants that have helped build this sim lab, and also the grants and donations are helping us to build the program and start running the program.
Dr. Facilla continued by sharing how they are creating scholarships for every nursing student because of the community's help.
Yeah, the community is really interested in helping as much as possible, so we're actually in the process of developing about $5,000 scholarships for every nursing student that comes in initially, is because we do have that much interest in donations.
With this nursing program being added to MCLA, it is set to cause a big impact to the college. Dr. Golub elaborates on how big of an impact it will make.
Hopefully this is going to help enrollment across the board, help enrollment in our other programs, but also on campus, having students that can do all these different, participate in these clinics and other things to help other students, help their classmates.
Both Dr. Facilla and Dr. Golub share their final thoughts on the nursing program.
It's been 6 years that we've been working on trying to develop this, so I'm just excited to see it
finally come to fruition.
Excited to see it coming about and know that we're doing something that's going to help the community and help bring people in that will be nurses and help with the healthcare facilities in the area.
That's all the information about MCLA's nursing program. For Beacon Web News, this is Sarah Tomczyk.
North Adams Mayor Jennifer Maxey told the City Council last week that the apartment building at 246 through 248 Houghton Street is on the city's demolition list. The building was caught in a massive fire in January 4 years ago. The fire took 2 hours to bring it under control. It was considered accidental, though the actual cause was not determined. Currently, the city is waiting for an asbestos report of the building before bidding the property off. Graduating seniors who currently live on campus are invited to remain on campus from the day that the residence area is closed for the spring semester, Monday, May 8th, through commencement on Saturday, May 13th. There isn't an extra charge to stay, and you don't have to sign up for the Senior Days program to stay. All you have to do is complete this brief form by Friday, April 21st deadline, even if you are not staying. To fill out the form, use the link below. MCLA's Arts and Culture program, Gallery 51, is presenting its latest exhibit titled Layer/Build Collage Explored. This new art installation will be on display until April 7th. BWN reporter Em Marley-Wright took a trip to Gallery 51 to explore the new exhibit.
So, how did you come up with the idea for this event?
Oh, I was invited. We were invited. Nikki and I were invited to provide a class to do, and it sort of defaulted to me since I teach. And ironically, I've been teaching collage for decades, and I just this past week started a brand new course where I teach at the King School of West. And I just chose the way I always start a collage class. It's a simple, fun activity, and it just seems to work. So it sort of just fell into place, really. I don't know if that's the best answer, but it's true.
So can you explain what the idea was behind some of your work that is behind you?
I think, said simply, I have been interested and dedicated to study the history of collage and the history of landscape. And I've been interested to see how those two affect one another and relate to one another. And at first it wasn't an intuitive join, but over the decades I've been so fascinated in how rich the connection is that I've come to understand it, that it's the same history. The history of collage and the history of landscape are the same story, is my shorthand phrase for that. It still sounds weird when I say it, but I find that the connection between the two is rich historically and in quite a few ways.
So what got you into collage?
Well, it was actually getting a collage assignment, two collage assignments when I was in college. One was a surreal assignment, and then the following semester was I had to create on layers of glass, a collage on layers of glass. And the proximity of those two projects, I found that I kept doing all this extra work that was, I went way beyond what the teacher was asking, and it kind of gave me a clue that, oh, maybe collage is my thing. So I've been in love with collage since 1981.
Is there any other type of artwork that you do?
Well, I'm very eclectic. I was trained as a painter, and so I like to make a lot of my own materials, generate them, but the thing about collage is the joy of finding unexpected things or bringing unexpected things together. So when you mix the facilities of drawing and painting with the finding and the binding, it's an infinite set of possibilities. So I'm very fascinated to work the two things together.
Okay, thank you.
North Adams loses another city clerk. On Friday, March 5th, MCLA alum Joshua Valliers submitted his resignation. Valliers stated that he plans on starting a family and seeking a better work and life balance. He was sworn in on July 27th of last year. Save the date because you're invited to Mabel's first birthday. MCLA's Campus Comfort Dog is hosting a birthday bash celebration on April 12th from 1 to 3 p.m. in the Quad. Treats for both humans and dogs will be provided, and plenty of fun activities will take place. The event will be relocated to Venable if the weather doesn't cooperate. The Barn Babies are back at MCLA. SAC hosted the Enchanted Animals event, where many farm animals got to have a playdate with students. BWN reporter Savanna Amaral got up close with the livestock and experienced how enchanting these animals were.
On March 26th, the Student Activities Council hosted the Enchanted Animals Petting Zoo. The petting zoo featured a variety of friendly farm animals. I grabbed my shovel and stepped into the barnyard to get the scoop on this great stress-relieving event. Student Activities Council Secretary Hannah Goyce breaks down the event and the animals that were there.
We get a company and we get baby animals and we set up downstairs. And it's free, all sac events are free, so it's open to all students.
The event featured goats, chickens, sheep, a cow, baby chicks, bunnies, and guinea pigs. MCLA freshman Abby gives us her thoughts on mental health at MCLA and how it relates to the farm animal event.
I think student mental health is definitely a subject that MCLA needs to focus more on. But I think this was a good little way just to boost people's moods, and it's a Sunday, so if you don't have a lot of stuff to do, it's a good way to just get out and meet new people and get into the community.
To stay up to date on upcoming events, follow SAC MCLA on Facebook. That's a wrap on this barnyard event. Sending it back to me in the studio, I'm Savanna Amaral.
In the mood for some food and comedy? On April 14th at 7:30 p.m., 4 acclaimed comedians will take the stage at Bounty Fair Restaurant in Adams. The headliner is Mark Gerber, who is known for his work on Sirius XM comedy stations. The show will also include Bree Morrison, a Berkshire County native who recently performed at Transformer Fest, Erica Nolan, a comedian who has been featured on Amazon Prime and TV One, and Charlie Nadler, a comedian who has been doing stand-up for more than 10 years. Tickets are $15 ahead of time and at the door. NCAA's March Madness wrapped up in the beginning of April. Louisiana State University and Iowa State women's basketball completed in the championship game. LSU beat Iowa 102-85. University of Connecticut competed against San Diego State in the men's championship game. UConn beat San Diego 76-59. During this spring break, some students had the opportunity to travel to certain places in the world. Some countries students traveled to were Ecuador and Belize. BWN reporter Deni Rizvic got an inside look on these trips.
What did you do during spring break? Me personally, I slept a lot, but some students went to Belize and Ecuador. Let's find out more.
I spoke to Christopher Hantman and Spencer Moser and asked about how they felt about the trip to Belize.
So it was a pretty easy decision. We've done it in the past, and it's been really successful in the past. So it's been a good 3 years since we ran the alternate spring break program because of COVID, and we know that Belize is a really strong, exciting program for our students, and that our partners are really solid partners. And
I also asked about their favorite part.
Feeling was the last day we went back to the school because we were working on the weekend. We went back to the school and the kids were there, and the cement had dried, and just seeing the kids sprint down the walkway that we had just built, laughing, playing, was really rewarding.
I spoke to David Coopery to see what his experience was like in Ecuador.
That allowed us to really take advantage of those things that country had to offer, right? So snorkeling in the Galapagos with hammerhead sharks and swimming with sea turtles, but also staying at an eco-lodge high in an indigenous community in the Andes that was locally run, that allowed us to interact with none of the people that live there.
For more information, go to mcla.edu/studyaway.
Now in athletics. The softball team went against Bridgewater State University on April 2nd on the Bears' home field. The first game, the Trailblazers lost by a point with a score of 5-6, while in the second game, the Trailblazers lost 17-24. After that loss, the Trailblazers stepped up by winning against Bay Path College on April 4th. The Trailblazers won the first game 13-6 and the second game 11-6. The next set of games for the softball team will be at home against Worcester State University on April 7th at 3 p.m. and 5 p.m. The baseball team also traveled to Bridgewater State University on April 2nd to play against the Bears. Unfortunately, the Trailblazers lost both games, the first losing 1-7 and the second losing 7-34. The baseball team also played Elms College on April 4th and had a close game. The Trailblazers fell short, with a score of 7-8. The next games will be against Worcester State University, with the first game at Worcester State on April 6th and the second 2 games on April 7th at home. The away game starts at 3:30 p.m., and the 2 home games start at 1 p.m. and 3:30 p.m. Men's lacrosse played against SUNY Polytechnic Institute on March 29th. The Trailblazers fell short, losing against the Wildcats 6-11. The men's lacrosse team didn't let that affect them, as they won against Wells College on April 2nd. The Trailblazers won with a strong lead of 17-8. The next game for the men's lacrosse team will be on April 8th at SUNY Delhi at 1 p.m. Sophomore Lori Lester of women's lacrosse set a new record. During the March 28th game against Dean College, she set the school record for most saves in a game, which was 24 saves. Women's lacrosse, the team won their second win of the season on March 30th against Northern Vermont Linden. The Trailblazers had a big lead with a score of 20-2. Unfortunately, in their next match against Salem State, the Trailblazers would lose on April 1st with a score of 4-21. The next game for women's lacrosse is on the Shoecraft Field on April 8th against Worcester State University at 1 p.m. WJJW, MCLA's radio station, broadcasts so many live shows with a variety of hosts. BWN reporter Em Marley-Wright tuned in to Sam Berthel's radio show, Sam and the Funk Machine, and learned more about it.
So, can you tell me what your show's about?
Sam and the Funk Machine is our slog through just sort of the mire of music, I suppose. It started with me just sort of realizing that the art of the playlist was kind of dying out, and we needed kind of to bring it back, I suppose. Like, you know, there are mixes on, like, Spotify, and, like, algorithms generate, like, song to song to song. But, like, the human act of listening to music and making a mix and, like, what song goes good with what one next, and just, that hadn't really been done, I felt, properly in a grip. So I wanted to sort of bring that back into it, and then as the seasons went on, more and more people, like my housemates and my family and other people around me, started reaching out and being like, hey, I want you to put this on the show. Hey, this would be a great song to put in the mix here. This would be really fun if you did this here. And it just sort of blossomed into this progression where now I have Neo here in the booth with me. And it's, you know, we're having so much fun with it. Just building these mixes and giving them to the people. It's a great time.
So how do you come up with I know you sort of kind of mentioned this, but like what are different ways you come up with what music to play?
A lot of it is, we start just based sort of genre. We have this, back in the lab, between myself and the rest of the faculty, there's probably, 12 of us altogether?
Yeah. Oh, cumulative, yeah.
Yeah, we have this big collaborative playlist that anyone could add music into that they think is interesting at pretty much any time. And every week, when we go to make a show, we take a look at that huge playlist there. It's over, like, gotta be 14, 15 hours of music now by this point. Just curated from all of us, and we will, like, pick through all of that and make a playlist off of what's there.
Yeah, from all our 12 sort of friends and acquaintances, they all just have these similar and dissimilar vibes and interests in music from us. So
very
it all
broad
sort of
range
melds
of taste,
and
yeah.
brings about many diverse episodes of the Funk Machine, where one episode we could go really slow and vibey, which reminds us a lot of one of our funk faculty, Brian, who, you know, takes it really slow and mellow. Yeah, it just brings about all these different tastes, and it's great to just get these different perspectives on music.
So how long has this show been going on?
Ooh, we are entering our 3rd season right now. We've been on the air for about a year and a half now, I think. I'd say so. Yeah, about a year and a half now.
So what got you interested in WJJW?
For me, my dad was on the radio back in the day. For 91 in Worcester, what was it, 98 point something, I forget what it was in Worcester, it was ORC FM. But my dad was a DJ back in the 80s, 90s area there. And it always kind of stuck with me. He had a huge record collection at home. He had a bunch of cassette tapes and CDs. He was always making different mixtapes and everything. And that always made a very big impression on me, that I wanted to bring those mixes just sort of into the world to give them to other people. And yeah, once I got the opportunity and the time to be able to dedicate it to this, don't even start, it was incredible.
Summer course registration is now available at MCLA. Courses will be offered to MCLA students, high school students, interested individuals within the community, master's degree seekers, and other Berkshire-based college students who are looking...
Breaking news! A fight broke out between the Beacon E-Board, which includes Nicole Lemire, Jill Courier, and Lily Richard, and the executive producer of Beacon Web News, Sarah Tomczyk. BWN reporter Savanna Amaral caught the action and more.
The Beacon E-Board goes wild after an argument broke out over story assignments. This verbal fight turned physical. Let's see how bad it got.
My staff, you keep stealing my story assignments. We have way more people, we need the stories. Yeah, but we're video, we need more people to help out. We were here first. So we're better. No!
What is that? Are those your reporters?
Is that your staff writer? That's it! Yeah!
I totally kicked their bro. Like, it was such an easy fight. Like, they think they won because it's 3v1. But I'm so muscular and I'm so strong. Like, they cannot compare.
We totally won.
Yeah, it was kind of easy. It was 3v1. I mean,
she didn't really put up much of a fight.
No.
Yeah.
I just love the Penguins.
That's all the Beacon drama for now. For Beacon Web News, this is Savanna Amaral.
Yes, I'm fine, and we all made up. But I totally won in that fight, by the way, so. Anyways, frats are back at MCLA. Inside sources claim that sororities and frats will be making a grand return in 2024. The reason for the return was because President Burge lost to the game of odds are against Pines president Sandy Jandy. MCLA decided last week to get rid of the hockey team, even though they just stated the sport will be returning. What will be returning, though, is the pool. The college wants to get rid of the fitness center and put back the pool. A new swimming team will replace the hockey team, and as for the fitness center, it will be relocated to the Venable Gym. President Burge decides to join the baseball team for the spring season. The president has taken over as the only captain of the team and plays all positions. He recently changed the sports name to Burge Ball to honor himself. The president is currently trying to get it NCAA approved. Bacon Well Done News reached out to NCAA officials for a comment, but they declined. Speaking of MCLA sports, our mascot Murdoch the Mountain Lion has become influential over the years and loved by many students. But a new beast has arrived on campus. Has it taken over as the college's new favorite animal? BWN reporter Em Marley-Wright asked students around campus the most controversial debate yet. Who's better, Murdoch or Maple?
Okay, so in a fight, who would win, Maple or Murdoch?
Well, they're both people underneath, so I'm gonna say Maple.
I'm also gonna say Maple. She got rabies, I think. I don't know.
No, I just think she has a better chance.
I know. I think she can get rabid. So, who do you think you're most likely to see at a Pines party, Maple or Murdoch?
Probably Murdoch. You know, he's got that big mascot energy, you know.
So who do you think would win in a fight, Maple or Murdoch?
Maple.
Care to give a reasoning why?
She likes the scrunchies.
Further elaboration?
No.
Who do you think would be a better president, Maple or Murdoch?
I would say Maple because she's often around the people more, and you don't really see Murdoch doing that much. So I think Maple has a better knowledge of what people like.
Thank you. So who would you rather have as a coach, Maple or Murdoch?
I would rather have Murdoch as coach. Murdoch probably has some more
sports knowledge. Maple is about to turn 1, so she probably doesn't know that much about sports. She's also a dog, so.
Communications professor Michael Birch decides to join the esports team and is trying to make a new league where professors play against other professors. Currently, Professor Birch is training for games like CSGO, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, and Minecraft. Birch plans to start the league next fall semester. MCLA renames itself as North Adams State College again due to years of backlash from the community. Some alums claim that by changing the college's name, it was hard to find on a map. Even students share that they accidentally applied to MCLA because they thought it was UCLA, known as University of California, Los Angeles. I guess one letter does make a difference. For months, students have been wondering about one mystery man. According to MCLA confessional submissions, students call him the Ponytail Man. BWN reporter Deni Rizvic gets an exclusive interview with the Ponytail Man himself.
Today, I'm here with
Max Zimmer,
also known as
Tall Ponytail Guy.
And today, we're going to see if he really knows what people are saying about him on MCLA Confessions. Are you ready, Max?
Absolutely.
I have 4 real submissions and 1 fake submission, and Ponytail Guy is going to see if he could spot the odd one out. All submissions about Ponytail Guy are from Ponytail Guy. Is this real or made up?
I remember seeing that one. That one is definitely real.
You're correct.
I swear in my life, I've posted nothing about myself.
To the person who has a crush on Ponytail Guy, ask him or shut the F up. It's been months at this point. Just do it. Do it. Is this a real submission or a fake submission?
That could go either way, honestly. I feel like that's something I would have read, but I can't remember. I'm going to guess that one's real.
That one is real. I really want the guy with the ponytail to ask me out. When he looks my way, I get butterflies in my stomach. Is this a real submission or a fake submission?
That one is real. I do remember seeing that one.
That one is real. Is Ponytail Guy even real? I never see him around, but I always hear about him. Is this a real comment or a fake comment?
You told me that one of them was fake. That one feels real.
That one is actually fake.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. I just came up with that on the spot.
That's pretty good.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ponytail Guy is single and ready to mingle. We already sorted out the fake submission, so is this truth or is this a false tale?
That is indeed true.
Ponytail Guy is single and ready to mingle. Do you have any other comments on that?
You got to come find me first. I'm not looking at anyone. You got to come to me.
You got to come to Ponytail Guy. Ponytail Guy wants you to come. Thank you so much. I'm here with Ponytail Guy. BWN News. Have a wonderful rest of your day.
In the year 2026, Mass Mocha will be turned into a mall for the Berkshires. Sources claim that many people love the pink roller coaster and that they wanted more. Last month, a private company bought out Mass Mocha and plans on creating the next Mall of America, but call it Mall of Mocha. The company plans to have a range of high-end stores like Gucci and Louis Vuitton to small local businesses such as Ramuto's and Triple Scoop. Mold has made an appearance for the 3rd time at MCLA. Unfortunately, 3rd time isn't the charm, as the mold has evolved to a mutated monster. Some survivors compare it to clickers from the video game and HBO show The Last of Us. Sources claim that patient 0 was from the bacon. Our apologies. Are you attending Maple's birthday party? If so, there will be a special surprise from the birthday girl herself. Maple recently revealed that she's actually a child in a fur suit. She will be doing a human reveal at her birthday party because she claims she's tired of walking on all 4s. Speaking of Maple, her owner recently announced that the pup herself has her own therapy animal. That animal is TV studio manager Peter Gentile's pet chameleon. BWN reporter Mamadou Diallo learns more about both therapy animals.
With so much going on right now, Maple has been seeing her therapist more than usual. I got a chance to talk to her therapist, and this is what she had to say about their sessions as of late.
Camera
looks stuck. This one, no. Yeah. It's really tight. Also, when asked about how the future looks, On the continuing of the sessions, therapist responds as,
"He's dinging my door."
Look at, I'll get it.
He's pissed because he's hissing.
Until next time, my name is Mamadou Diallo, reporting for the Bacon.
That's all for the Bacon Well Done News, the best fake news of MCLA. You want more stories? You'll have to wait until next April. For more real and fake stories, check out the www.theonlinebeacon.com. But until next April Fools, follow us on Instagram and subscribe to our YouTube channel. This is Sarah Tomczyk. Thank you for tuning in. See you next episode. Wait a minute. Hey y'all, what happened to me? Why am I so little? Guys? Hello? Help me! Ah!